let's just take a minute. Stare at your screen. Are you kidding me? That cake! That cake is a showstopper in more than one way. It's a Hawaiian lava flow bundt cake, and the name absolutely suits. It's erupting with all of the tropical flavors. It is the dessert to end summer on, we say. Mandy Merriman is joining me in the kitchen to share the recipe. Wow, sister, this is gorgeous.
Thank you.
Gorgeous to look at, and I can smell the tropical flavors too.
Thank you for saying that. It is so delicious. I love that this is more than one cake flavor in one bundt cake, and it's also super easy to make. So it's a win-win all around. And I like how you said we taste with our scents first, so it's fun that it smells good too.
Yes, and I know so many families that do a sort of back to school or end of summer hurrah.
Yeah.
This is the dessert.
It's kind of a final fun treat to make together that we're still holding on to summer inside. And so I feel like this is a great way to celebrate the end, but also the beginning of something fun too.
Mandy has it all stepped out for us, so we're going to get all of the secrets on how to get that marbled look. We're starting though with the pineapple cake.
Yes, so we actually start with the pineapple doctored cake mix. So I love doing doctored cake mixes. They're super easy to make. You just take your regular cake mix and add in a bunch of things to it just to soup it up. Make it have a little bit more fun, speed, moisture, all the things.
It's your signature. And so many women I know are grateful that I can start with a box mix.
It's much easier. I prefer the taste and texture as well.
Do
so
you?
It's
approachable.
I love it. Thank you. I love that. Approachable. That's exactly. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you what we're doing to make the cake mix taste even better than usual. And so we're gonna add in our buttermilk first.
Okay.
And then I also add in my, this is just my sour cream. So here's a tip. When you add in your ingredients into your cake that are from the fridge, just make sure they sit out at room temperature for probably 10 or 15 minutes. They bake a lot better, they rise a lot better, and there's a better crumb on the cake as well.
So when we read that in the recipe, don't skip the step. It really makes a difference.
I think I do it in like bold. I'm like, refrigerate, or take it out of the refrigerator.
I feel your intensity when I read it.
You're like, Mandy,
in
that's
your recipes.
intense.
I'm like, she is serious.
I'm like, I'm serious. I failed, so we can all win. It's good. And then I'm gonna add in some oil. You can also do melted butter if you'd like. And then I add in my vanilla. And then also, this is the coconut flavor. So this is based off of a drink that I had in Hawaii that's a Hawaiian lava flow, and it has pineapple and strawberry and coconut. So the way I'm incorporating coconut is two ways. The first way is I'm gonna add in this coconut emulsion, or you can do coconut extract if that's easier for you to find. And then also a little bit of flour.
So you had this drink in Hawaii?
Yes, and so we obviously had like the virgin one, because Ryan and I are
but you're sipping it, and you're saying to your husband, I'm gonna make this into a cake.
Oh, it happens all the time, Brooke. I'm like, this gotta be a cake. I have to make this into a cake. So we went to Maui. It was a dream. We went without our boys. It was like our first time traveling without them. And I just remember sipping on these lava flows just by the beach on Black Rock Ridge in Maui, and it was just heavenly. And I just thought, okay, we have pineapple, we have strawberry, we have coconut, a little touch of banana. This has to be a cake. And making it into a bundt was a no-brainer, because in the summertime, I'm adding in my pineapple cake mix here. It's a no-brainer because I feel like sometimes we don't want to mess with buttercream. We don't want to work with smooth edges and flat sides. So it's like, you know what, a bundt, you dump it in the pan and it's good. You're all good.
I'm smelling it's almost it's subtle, but it's almost that snow cone sweetness.
Really?
Right?
Yes.
Of the pineapple.
Yeah, like a pina colada flavor. So notice I'm not even using my stand mixer. You just hand whisk this thing and it's all good to go.
Go girl.
So next part is my favorite, is I wanted to incorporate that strawberry flavor in there as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna split my cake batter in half. It doesn't have to be like exactly measured in half, but just separate out a little bit of it.
Okay.
And this is where we get our strawberry flavor. So I'm gonna add in a little bit of the strawberry emulsion, which is awesome because it adds in that red as well. And then I'm gonna add in my strawberry freeze-dried fruit pieces. So that just comes in this little guy right here. It's gonna feel like there's air in there. There's basically nothing in there. But trust me, there's freeze-dried strawberries in there. And I just stick it in my little food processor. And what it does is it just makes this little powder, and it gives it that fresh strawberry taste without it tasting too much like candy. And it also gives it this gorgeous flavor that are this color and flavor from our Hawaiian lava flows.
Yum.
Okay, so here's the fun part. Okay, grab your favorite bundt pan.
Yes.
I feel like we all have our favorite one, or they come in the really cool shapes and sizes, and I just love it.
Are we to that age where we have a favorite spatula and a favorite bundt pan?
A favorite element on the stove, a favorite bundt cake.
It's true.
It's so true, our favorite spatula. But it's so fun to make a bundt cake, but it's so frustrating when you flip it over and turn it over, and it's stuck.
Yes.
And you're like, oh. So I do this cake goop, and it is, seriously, it is a lifesaver. So all this is I mix together flour and a little bit of shortening and also a little bit of vegetable oil, and equal parts, so 1 cup of each or 1/2 cup of each. Mix it together and it makes this paste, and you just brush it right in there. Just with your pastry brush or your whatever you use to baste things on the grill will work fine too.
That's the stick-proof secret.
That is it. So here's the fun part that I love to incorporate kids.
We've got 2 batters.
Okay, Miss Brooke, you're gonna be in charge of our strawberry.
I'm here for you.
I'll be in charge of, here's your little,
I
do little cookie scoops. So this is just haphazard. You just scoop it in, give a scoop here
Like
and
this?
there. Yep, anywhere you want.
Just going together?
And what's great about this is it just looks like the Hawaiian lava flow where there's a little bit of that swirl of each of the colors in there.
Clever.
Isn't that fun? And
Yes.
if you do it like this, then you're gonna have little pockets of strawberry and little pockets of that coconut pineapple flavor.
Which is what makes it so cool to look at.
Yeah, I don't know, it's really fun to do it that way. And so I love doing it with these little, I'm using just my little cookie scoops actually. And then towards the end, you're gonna swirl it together with either a knife or a little like roaster if you have one of those as well. So you're gonna just give it a little swirl and stick it in the oven for 30 minutes on 325 degrees.
That's it.
That's it.
We did it.
You did it.
It comes out like this. Are you kidding me?
It comes out perfect. This is so fun. Isn't that a cool shape? I love this shape too.
Yeah, it is.
And so what we have here is I wanted to add in a little more of that coconut flavor. So what I did is I made a coconut glaze. And what that means is we just mix together, you don't even use a stand mixer again, less dishes, I'm all about that, is we have our powdered sugar, and then I also added in either you can do coconut milk from the can, or what I've been using lately is just this cream of coconut, and I just give it a little squirt in there like this.
Okay.
And then I mix in a little bit of our heavy cream.
Okay.
And this is all about consistency. So notice I'm not like measuring it super perfectly.
Right.
So what I like to do is if it's too thick, you're just gonna add in a little bit more of your powdered sugar. And if it's too thick, you're gonna add in your liquid. If it's too thin, you add in a little bit more of your powdered liquid, or powdered. And so what I did is I stuck this into my little squeeze bottle. You want the consistency of like Elmer's glue.
Okay.
That's what I'm going for.
And you kind of drip that all over?
Yeah, I'll do you want to do the drizzle?
No.
Okay.
I'm standing next to the professional. I know my place. I know my place. Please drizzle.
Oh my goodness, you were my favorite.
Please drizzle.
Okay, so I'm just gonna give it a little drizzle down the sides.
Right in kind of the crevices.
And it's so fun because every bundt cake is different. So it's gonna look different. It's gonna be beautifully different every single time.
Yeah.
And I love that about this. And so this gives us also that coconut flavor that we just, I love with that.
Now, quickly, what's happening over here?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I'm gonna add in our little,
please,
I was gonna
coconut.
say we'll sprinkle our little coconut on top.
Coconut.
But over here, this is just our cake goop. So what I do to store it, I mentioned this is what we use to prepare our pan over here. And so what I like to do is you can keep it in a little jar like this with a brush. This cake goop actually keeps for 6 months in the fridge. So you can use it as much as you want for even your regular layered pans.
Okay.
Or you can do it in your bundt pan like I did here.
So you make it ahead.
You make it ahead, and then what I
Yes.
do is I just have a little lid on it, I just store it, and then I just wash my brush every time, and I'm gonna have a little bit of this cake goop to use on my pans.
You're fantastic. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
The recipe is on our website. We'll also link you over to Mandy's Baking with Blondie.
Absolutely.
Where you can get so many other recipes, and it's been the summer of cake at our house, and we've been making a cake every month. And in May, I just have to show you what was hanging on our refrigerator.
Okay, I've got to
Emmy
see.
poured through your book, I'll Bring the Cake. She
love
identified
her.
the cake she wanted. She wrote the page. She put it on the refrigerator with a stern warning to not touch. We did a vote down. The winner was your classic white on page 251. And that's what we made during the month of May to kick off our summer cake season. So thank you.
That makes my heart
for
so
the
happy.
inspiration.
I love her. I love her. Isn't
Well,
that
she
great?
loves you.
You are a good mom.
I
That is
brag.
fun.
Every time she pulls it out, I'm like, I know her. See, I know her. I know her.
And she's obsessed with me too.
You're
I'm
so
obsessed
nice.
with
We love you. Baking with Blondie is where you get these recipes. Thanks so much, friend.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it.